Today, Derek and I are breaking down the 2021 Clemson recruiting class. We're going to be going through each member of this class, breaking down our thoughts as fans of Clemson football on how we feel like these players are going to fit in to the Clemson culture and the Clemson program moving into next season. Well, again, we're just two Clemson grads that love nothing more to talk a little bit more about Clemson football. So stay tuned, stick with us, help us out, like and subscribe as we break down the Clemson 2021 recruiting class.
Payton Page, four-star defensive tackle out of Greensboro, North Carolina, number 8 overall defensive tackle and number 5 overall player from the state of North Carolina. Carries a national rank of 92, and he's already 6'4", 360 pounds, making him the biggest guy in our class. He's an early enrollee, so he already came in January. So what is your word for Payton Page?
My one word for Payton Page is big boy. And that is all that Eastern North Carolina barbecue. That's how you get someone at 360 pounds. That barbecue is incredible, and it will feed you and gain you some weight. 360 might be a little bit too much for football, so I think he might have to hit the weight room and cut that down and lean up a little bit. But man, we were just talking about Cade and how much of he was a pass rusher and a speed guy on the outside. You talk about a run stopper, someone at 360 pounds, that'll plug a hole real quick. So if we can get him up to speed with our defense, I'm super excited to have someone that's 6'4", 360 pounds on our team. You know, he'll be behind Tyler Davis and Brian Bresee, so he'll have some knowledge to gain from those guys. But super excited to have a guy of that caliber on our team, that's for sure. What's your one word for him, Derek?
Yeah, I'll get to my one word in a second. I was thinking about this while we were talking about how big was Dexter Lawrence was when he came in, because everyone that was the biggest human being that we brought into Clemson. Everyone this guy's size is huge. He was 6'3", 340 or something. I don't remember him being this big, and everyone talks about how big Dexter Lawrence was. This guy's an inch taller, 360 pounds. I can't imagine Dexter Lawrence being even bigger than this guy. But yeah, my word for Payton Page is factory. We Clemson pumps out defensive linemen to the NFL every single year. It's crazy to see how many Clemson defensive linemen are there in the NFL. We've had some attrition this past offseason. We've had some graduate transfers between Jordan Williams and Niles Pinckney. I think Williams went off to Virginia Tech and Pinckney went to Minnesota or something. So two, maybe not starters, but 2 role players are now gone from that position. So there might be more opportunities earlier on for him to get onto the field, which is different than defensive end. I think we have so many defensive ends, but I think defensive tackle, there may be a way where he might come in on maybe an obvious rushing situation. I mean, it's hard to move a guy who's 6'4", 360. So that's my word for him, though, is factory.
Yeah, I think you bring up a good point, especially with Jordan Williams leaving and Niles Pinckney leaving. We definitely need depth at this position, and this brings that depth. To go back to Dexter Lawrence was only 300, 315 when he came into Clemson, and he's only 340 right now. So we're talking about a huge weight gain on top of that. But I think for Payton Page to be athletic and powerful at this position, he probably needs to cut his weight towards that 340 mark and lean up a little bit, because in college and even at the pros, you need to be agile at this position, and you're not agile when you're 360 pounds. So excited to see him get into the weight room, get with the position coaches, and get with the Brian Bersays and the Niles Pinckneys and the Tyler Davises of the world, the Xavier Thomases, KJ Henrys. We can go on and on and on about our D-line, but I think he adds a huge cog in this, especially on the depth.
Yeah, we talked about the star defensive tackle we have right now is Tyler Davis. Tyler Davis is 6'2", 300. So if Payton Page comes in at 6'4", 360, I don't know what they want his target weight to be, but Tyler Davis is great at being a run stopper, but also getting to the quarterback. Maybe we just go for a diversity approach and be like, hey, we want a run-stopping defensive tackle. You're going to be our guy. Maybe they'll switch him over and do a zero technique and nose up on the center. I'm curious to see what they want his target weight to be, just because you don't normally have that big of a human being come in. I would love to see his hand size. I mean, it's probably huge. But But yeah, I mean, when we were talking about Dietrich Pennington, I thought he was the biggest guy in the class, and this dude, Payton Page, wins it by a mile. So happy for him to be coming in. I'm glad he's on our side because I just can't imagine our offensive line trying to block that.
Yeah, when you talk about his hand size, what about his foot size? I mean, we're gonna have to find new gear for this kid. But you talk about, hey, maybe he's just a defensive run stopper. I don't know. I love my defensive tackles to be multifaceted in the sense of like a Christian Wilkins, where maybe you could play safety because he's that good. I don't ever know if he's gonna play safety, but I always I hope Christian Wilkins can get to play safety at some point.
Man, what was it? He played that in the spring game, didn't he? Christian
He was
Wilkins?
incredible.
Yeah, that was great.
Best safety I've ever seen track down a ball from that far away.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I will say, sticking on Payton Page, 6'4", 360, we said that a lot. Would we have loved to have 6'4", 360-pound Payton Page against Ohio State when they ran 200 yards against us? So, we want, Tyler Davis, 300 pounds, he can hold up, but, if you want someone that you got to double team and probably still can't move, it's hard to find someone much bigger than that. So, I'm curious to see what that conversation will be. I'm curious to see by springtime if he dropped weight or if he's about the same and then also start the season. If he's 360 now, 350 at spring, and 345, we're like, all right, he's trying to get to a more middle ground weight. But if he's 360, and 360, staff is like, we've got you for a reason. You are going to stop that run.
Yeah,
So
you
we'll
talk about
out.
all last year about, we got run over a few times, Notre Dame and Ohio State. And you're looking at Alabama with Najee Harris last year. You're like, yeah, sometimes you need a guy that's going to stop the run and plug the hole up the middle. You found your guy if that's what you're looking for.
Yes, we did.
That's our breakdown. If you enjoy our content, help us out, subscribe to our channel, add a comment below. We'll be breaking down every single 2020 recruit from the 2021 Clemson class in the near future. So check out the Tiger Football Talk YouTube channel and go Tigers.